Could Japan get a nuclear weapon? What to know? January 1, 2026. A senior Japanese official's suggestion that Japan should consider acquiring nuclear weapons has reignited debate over whether the country could, or would break a long-standing taboo amid a deteriorating security environment in East Asia. Why it matters. Any move toward nuclear weapons would represent a historic shift for Japan, the only country to have suffered atomic bombings and one bound by a post-war pacifist constitution. For decades, Japan has relied on the U.S. nuclear umbrella, alongside South Korea and Australia, rather than pursuing its own deterrent. The comments come amid heightened tensions with China, which has accused Japan of reviving pre-World War II militarism. Friction intensified after Prime Minister Sonai Takaichi said a Chinese blockade of Taiwan could justify joint U.S. Japan military intervention. A changing security environment. An unnamed cabinet official advising Takaichi on national security recently said Japan should begin discussions on acquiring a nuclear deterrent, citing the rapid expansion of China's and North Korea's arsenals. These concerns have been echoed by prominent strategists. Before his death in 2023, former U.S. Secretary of State Henry Kissinger warned that Japan could become a nuclear power within 5 years, arguing Tokyo would remain deeply concerned about China's growing power and reluctant to be constrained by global systems that limit its strategic autonomy. Russia's invasion of Ukraine also shifted Japan's defense debate. Former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe argued that nuclear discussion should no longer be taboo, a view Takaichi, who is called Abe mentor, has echoed. Some lawmakers within the ruling Liberal Democratic Party have urged revisiting Japan's 3 non-nuclear principles, which ban the production, possession, or stationing of nuclear weapons, to allow U.S. nuclear deployments on Japanese soil. They argue that failing to do so could weaken U.S. extended deterrence. The U.S. withdrew its last nuclear weapons from Japan in 1972, and none are known to have been stationed there since. Security analysts warn that China's nuclear expansion could strain U.S. commitments. Rajeshvari Rajagopalan of the Australian Strategic Policy Institute wrote that if China approaches nuclear parity with the U.S., Tokyo may worry Washington's resolve could falter, an issue Japan is now reassessing. China's foreign ministry has accused Japan of stockpiling excess plutonium and said Tokyo has the technological capability to develop nuclear weapons rapidly, with some Chinese experts estimating it could do so within 3 years. Such a move would require abandoning Japan's non-nuclear principles and withdrawing from the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, likely provoking strong U.S. opposition. Public opinion. Japanese public opinion remains largely opposed to nuclear weapons. A 2025 Asahi Shimbun poll found 73% support Japan joining the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons, up sharply from 59% in 2020. Japan has not signed the treaty, arguing it lacks enforcement power since no nuclear-armed country participates. Support for the U.S. nuclear umbrella remains divided. 38% see it as necessary, while a majority believe Japan does not need extended nuclear deterrence. By Newsweek story by Micah McCartney, January 1, 2026.